Imagine a world where the summer of 1914 passed quietly, where the assassination in Sarajevo never happened, and Europe avoided a war that would consume millions. What would our world look like today if World War I never existed? Let's dive in.
History is not just the past, it is the bridge to who we are today.
It all started with the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Without that event triggering the fragile alliance system of Europe, the continent might have held together a little longer. Austria-Hungary, Germany, Russia, and France were tense, but war wasn't inevitable. Many historians suggest that leaders in 1914 didn't fully grasp the catastrophe that awaited them. Without the war, the great empires of Europe could have survived much longer. The Ottoman Empire, already weakening, might have endured for decades more. This means the Middle East could look drastically different today, perhaps with fewer modern conflicts sparked by arbitrary borders drawn in the post-war chaos. Now, think about Adolf Hitler. His rise was closely tied to Germany's defeat and the harsh conditions of the Treaty of Versailles. Without the humiliation, economic collapse, and political chaos, Hitler might have remained an obscure extremist. Could World War II have been avoided entirely? It's a chilling possibility. Technology would also be different. World War I pushed aviation, medicine, communications, and tank warfare forward at lightning speed. Without that pressure, innovations like modern trauma care or commercial aviation might have taken decades longer to develop.
The United States would have stayed mostly isolationist for longer. Its entry into World War I turned it into a global superpower. Without the war, America might have focused on its own hemisphere, delaying its rise on the world stage and changing the balance of global power in the 20th century. And Russia? The strains of World War I directly led to the collapse of the Romanovs and the rise of the Bolsheviks. Without the war's disasters, the Russian Revolution might have been delayed or never happened. No Soviet Union, or at least a very different one, could have meant a radically altered Cold War, or none at all. Of course, peace in 1914 wouldn't have guaranteed a trouble-free century. Europe was already a powder keg of nationalism, militarism, and imperial tension. Some historians argue that a major war might simply have erupted later, but one thing is clear. Without World War I, the 20th century as we know it would look unrecognizable. No lost generation, possibly no World War II, and a world that followed a very different path. So, what do you think? Would the world have been better, or would history have found another way to test humanity?
Thank you for watching. If this journey mattered, show your support. Like the video, subscribe to The Bridge, and stay connected.